Welcome to the program Super Memory for Schools. My name is Uyen Tu Nan, and I'm currently in charge of biology at Luan de Vin Secondary High School. Today, I am very happy to be with you and learn the content of Lessons 1 about the diversity and abundance of the animal world in the biology program for 7th grade. The biology program for 6th grade, you learned about the diversity and abundance of plants. Today, we will learn about diversity and richness of animal with two main contents. The first content is about the species diversity and the abundance of the number of individuals, and the second is about the habitat diversity. Now, we will learn about the first content of today's lesson, that is the species diversity and the abundance of the number of individuals. Let's learn about the species diversity and abundance of the number of individuals. Observing images of the diversity of animals, we see that animals are extremely diverse and plentiful. They are distributed all over the earth. Nowadays, about 1.5 million species have been discovered, and the species diversity of animals will be shown in two factors. First is the number of species, and the second is the number of individuals of each species. We will observe together some pictures of the species diversity of animals, such as Protozoa, Coelenterata, Mollusca, and worms such as flatworm, nematodes, and Annelida. The diversity of arthropods with three classes: the class Arachnida, the class Insecta, and the class Crustacea. The diversity of classes of fishes: Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. So through here we can see that animals have a great diversity of species. And even when we look at a drop of seawater under a microscope, this is an image of one drop of seawater observed under a microscope. We see in the seawater there are also a multitude of diverse species. For example, they are small crustaceans, or larvae of mollusks, or algae, or protozoa. This is protozoa. As you know, that abundance of the number of individuals, you can see the image of migratory birds migrating away from the cold, or migrating grasshoppers in the sky. Besides, some animals are also domesticated by humans to make them become their domestic animals for humans' different needs, such as for food or entertainment. For instance, cows are also used as domestic animals and are also crossbred for humans' different needs, such as for meat, milk, or traction. So, what is the habitat diversity of the animals? We will learn through the second content of today's lesson about habitat diversity. Learning about the diversity of habitats, we see that animals are extremely widely distributed in different habitats, such as underwater environment, saltwater environment, brackish water environment, freshwater environment, terrestrial environment, aerial environment, even in extremely extreme conditions, such as the frigid area zone and the tropical desert area zone. We will analyze together throughout the following images. As you observe, animals will be extremely widely distributed in the aerial, terrestrial, and underwater environments. This is an image of the animals distributed in the underwater environment. Besides, some animals have very special structures and behaviors to be able to adapt to harsh climates, such as the frigid area zone environments in the Antarctic and the Arctic. For example, polar bears will hibernate to avoid cold. Or whales have very thick layer of fat to avoid cold in the underwater environment. This is the tropical desert environment. Animals have adaptive structural features such as camels. They have a fat hump on their back, which converts into water to help metabolize their body when needed. Or they can go far and can stand the thirst to find water. Or in some small reptiles, they can bury themselves in the sand to avoid the hot temperatures of the tropical desert area zone. In short, we find that animals are extremely widely distributed on this earth. Our class has finished here. Through today's lesson, you will grasp two important knowledge contents that are the species diversity and the abundance of the number of individuals as well as the habitat diversity. Thank you for your attention and see you again in the next lessons of the program.